go. Hey, what's up? You're listening to the Youth Culture Podcast, where we talk faith, culture, and real stories. We're so glad you're here with us. Lock in. Well, what's up? My name is Ronnie Galdamez, and welcome to another episode of the Youth Culture Podcast. I'm the Director of Youth Ministry here at the Shrine of St. Padre Pio, and your host. And man, I'm super excited to be introducing the guest that we have on today. One of the youth that I get to walk with for my first year as a youth minister last year, and then going into year two, he'll be along with us. What a gift, what a story that he has, and we get to tap into that a little bit for you guys just to hear sort of the themes and seasons that he's been going through. And so without further ado, man, Tucker Beadleston. Tuck, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude,
sir.
does it bug you that I call you Tuck?
No, I mean a lot of people call me Tuck, so it's
No
not,
way.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I thought the youth minister had the grip
Had a little
on
nickname?
that one. Yeah, man,
Nah,
dude. All
nah.
right, bet, man. How's your morning been?
It's good. Yeah. So I had workouts before this. So I had at 9 in the morning had to be there. So that's when it ended.
No way.
And we had some workouts in the gym because we couldn't go outside because it was pouring rain today. So
Workout for what? Like a
football. So we had
football, okay.
So at first we have a little bit of like strength conditioning, so like strengthening, weightlifting, and then from there we went into the gym and did some like football stuff because we couldn't go outside for it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty chill morning. We didn't really do that much because of the rain, but
Is it like a 2-day thing or what?
no 2 days. We don't do 2 days anymore.
What?
Yeah, so
No
so
way.
we just do like about 2 hours in the morning, and I haven't honestly done 2 days in high school at all. So it's been honestly, I'm kind of glad because 2 days are a little
Yeah.
rough. But once football season starts, we'll have practice in the morning, and then we'll have like after school, we'll have lift and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, we don't really have no 2 days. Yeah.
Dude, what in the world?
Yeah.
Why do they take that? Do you know why?
I have no idea. I don't know because they've been doing a lot of rules with like, especially with my district, with like,
Yeah.
or like all over Texas with UIL with
Right.
different rules and like regulations specifically for like heat and practices and stuff
Oh,
like that.
I see, I see.
They like take very good like caution in certain
Yeah.
aspects. So
The
yeah.
Texas heat is no joke,
It's,
man.
yeah,
but
it's-
I will say this. So that's why I think like anything down south, we breed certain football players.
Yeah.
Like SEC.
Yeah, 100%.
A1.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're like training in tough environments.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why like the SEC is probably like the best conference.
Yeah,
but
by far.
That's a little aside from what we're talking about. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
so even in middle school, did you play football in middle school?
Yeah, I've been playing football since I was about 8, so about 8 years from
Yeah.
now. So I started playing. The first sport I ever started playing was actually t-ball. I wanted to play baseball,
Yeah.
and I'm not really falling in love with it. And then from there, I went to play basketball, and then played that most of my life until I turned 8, and I saw football, and then I just started playing from there. And then
I mean, you got like the little mullet going on. That's like
Yeah.
a baseball player.
yeah, I
thing,
know it's a
dude.
baseball thing, but I just had to throw it on.
Yeah. So when did football become like dominant in your life, or you're like, this is what I want to do?
Probably when I was about 10, I would say, because
Wow.
that's when, because like when COVID happened, I gained a little weight. I was a little chubby kid, so I played,
Yeah.
I played lineman,
Yeah,
and I fell
yeah.
in love with it because I would play center and guard, and I was just like, I really love this. But before
snap.
that, I played flag football and I played quarterback, so
Yeah.
I was a little big kid playing quarterback.
Come on, man.
But from there, I lost weight because I started working out, and then my mom likes to say I stayed out of the pantry.
Right.
So
She locked
I
it
lost
right.
the weight, and then I started playing quarterback again for tackle.
Yeah.
And from there, I just
Wow.
fell in love with it, and I've continued playing.
Good stuff. Praise Jesus,
No,
man.
yeah.
You're a quarterback right now?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Man, and then what high school are you going to?
Johnson High School.
Johnson Jaguars.
Yes, sir.
Man, and so when's your season actually begin?
We start our first scrimmage is about it's like beginning of September. We play Steel, which
Right.
is we beat them last year,
Dude.
so we got this, but it's gonna be a little bit of a good
Did
scrimmage.
you guys really beat them?
Yeah, we beat
Oh,
them.
man.
We came back down, so if any of y'all Steel Knights watching this, I'm sorry, but y'all gonna get it again this year.
Oh man, there it is. He's gone live on air with that. But here's my thing. Steel's nuts. Like really.
they are dominant. Yeah.
I remember we had a scrimmage against Steel back in the day. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And do you know who Malcolm Brown is?
I don't think so. No.
So he played like at the Super Bowl against Tom Brady and the Patriots back when
Okay.
Todd Gurley was a running back
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
Los
yeah.
Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
Go Rams, baby, hook him. Yeah, that's I'm a Rams fan, and like we went up against that guy, and I remember him just like hurdling dudes, and
Yeah.
it was one of those things like it was almost biblical, dude. Like he split like A gaps and B gaps. Football talk here. The way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
the way like the sea will split. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was nuts. Like the way Moses splits the sea. And he was just a big guy, and so he went off to do great things. So, but yeah, man. So is Steele your biggest opponent?
I mean, it's became a rivalry the past couple of years, honestly, because from playoffs and just like in games like scrimmages.
Yeah.
And because like last year, that was like when we played them in the playoffs for the second round. It was more of the third round, when it was more just like the saying like who's the best 6A school in San Antonio, and that was the battle for it, and we ended up coming on top. So so now we have that title on our belt, saying that we're best school in San Antonio.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
good for you guys. I have to ask, bro. I'm just gonna put you on the spot. You ready? All these guys have like this great hair. I'm like losing my hair. That's the cap. Yeah. But like, I'm like, it's so luscious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dude, all these people have such luscious hair. Do you have a hair routine? Is that okay to ask?
I mean, it's okay to ask.
Man?
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure most people out there have the same hair routine I have. The guys, which is
what is it? What does that look like?
I use it's like a molding. It's like a hair clay, but it's like a medium hold.
What's the brand?
Just put that. It's I can't. I used to use Based. Based is a very popular brand. I use that their conditioner, like hair, like curl gel, stuff like that, everything like that. But usually I can't think of it. It's like
Based.
A hairstyling brand. I found it at HEB actually, and I've been using that, and it's been working good for my hair. So put that, and I just keep my hair clean and shampoo. I barely shampoo. I do shampoo like once a week, twice a week, because like it makes your hair super like.
Let's go.
So yeah, I have a good little hairstyle.
That's what I'm talking about. The only product I would need is a Miracle, man, not Based. But anyway, that's awesome, dude. So all right, let's ask you some quick lightning round questions, just to get a little feel for who Tucker Beadleston is, and we'll just kind of dive in from there. How's that sound? Cool. All right, man. So man, the first one is dogs or cats. I'm allergic to both, by the way.
Oh, dogs, 100%.
Dogs.
Not even a question.
Man, all right. Yeah. I don't even know if this is still a thing, dude, but like video games, Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox by far.
Man.
I'm going to get hate for this, but Xbox by far. Yeah. I have an Xbox. I've had Xbox since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Xbox 360. I'm like, that's where I got to go.
Are you a casual gamer?
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a hardcore gamer, COVID, I'm pretty sure most people were like around my age. Yeah. And so like getting to high school, I didn't really have enough time, especially now, like having a job, stuff like that. I can't really like play video games, but I'll play a couple times. My friends ask, and I'll get on, stuff like that. But by myself, I can't like get on within like 30 minutes. I get bored, and I'm like, so.
Yeah. What was the longest you've ever been on a video game? Record.
It was 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Bro, that's so gnarly.
It was it was during COVID. I was playing Fortnite. Yeah, a bunch of my buddies. We were playing Fortnite for 12 hours.
12 hours of Fortnite.
Yeah. Nonstop.
Dude, we used to play back when I was in high school, Halo. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's been trying to make a comeback, but just not successful. But anyway, so yeah, dude, I would remember like my parents would go to sleep. Mm-hmm. It was just lock in, baby. Let's go. Yeah. You know, put on the headsets. You know what I mean? Because that's when like Xbox Live started coming into play, and you could play with other people. Mm-hmm. And my first gamer tag was Blue Gamer 123. Super corny. Yeah. But it was just like one of those options, like just pick. And I was just like, sure. You know what I mean? Blue Gamer it was. And I would stay up till like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
All the time.
It was brutal, man. Like your eyes are all cracked and red. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're just like, just one more. My KD's on the line, bro.
Can't end on a loss.
Yeah, man. 100%. All right, so Xbox it is. All right, Chick-fil-A or Whataburger? Hold on, think about this one real quick. You know what? No. We gotta reconstruct this question. Whataburger.
Okay.
Or In-N-Out?
Oh, okay, if you asked me this question like a couple months ago or like a year ago, I would 100% hands down said Whataburger.
Yeah.
But I've gotten more into In-N-Out because I've had it like more recently.
Yeah.
And like their burgers, honestly, I think are better. But the only thing, I wish their burgers were a little bigger.
Hold on, you said what? Their burgers?
Are better.
You can lock down on that?
Yes.
Man.
Yes. Only thing that's keeping them from being, I mean, they're even as of like they have better taste.
Yeah.
But Whataburger has bigger burgers, so that's why I would honestly I would prefer that. But if In-N-Out, if they made bigger burgers, 100%.
Man,
it just tastes more fresh to me, honestly. Right. But their fries, Whataburger.
Yeah, I'm biased. Coming from California, it's In-N-Out, baby, all the way.
But I feel like that's the same thing. It's like In-N-Out in California is 100% better, but then Whataburger anywhere else besides Texas isn't Whataburger in Texas.
Dude, Texas Whataburger hits different.
100%. And I'm sure In-N-Out in Cali is way better.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a minute since I've had it in Cali, but I'll relish what's here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's me. All right, bet. All right, so let's go, early bird or night owl, dude?
I'm an early bird.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I could go to bed late. I don't mind going to bed late. Like, I'll go to bed at, like, 1 or 2, and then I will get up at, like, 8:30. Because, like, that's just my internal clock. Yeah. I think it's my mom that gave me that because, like, she gets up at the crack of dawn every morning for work. And I just, like, I'll wake up and I'll have energy in the morning. Right. Like, I won't, like, necessarily need anything, and I'll be fine. I'll be able to move on about my day. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get me out of bed if I'm, like, go to bed late, wake up early. But, like, once I'm up, I'm up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Are you a napper?
Nah, not really. I mean, I'll take naps. I mean, if I have nothing else to do, but I don't really need a nap.
Yeah. See, I feel like I can't nap. If I nap, so I hardly nap. I have to be really exhausted to do so. And if I do nap, when I wake up, I don't know, I have anxiety. It's weird, dude. I have like this anxiety and I feel super lethargic. And it just feels like, it sounds trippy, but I'm like, is this real right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just completely throws me off the flow and rhythm of the day, man. But, all right, so favorite artist right now?
Favorite artist? Yeah. Oof, that's a hard question.
Or what's on repeat?
What's on repeat?
Yeah.
I gotta say Giveon. I don't know if you know who that is. He's an R&B artist.
Yeah.
To me, his voice is majestical, honestly. Like, he's a great artist, and he's been on repeat on my car constantly.
Is R&B, like, a trending thing right now? Or is that just preference for you?
Preference.
I mean, it's not like R&B was just created.
He's a like, really popular artist. I'll say that. But, like, for me personally, like, R&B is probably my, like, most played like genre in my car. Besides, like, I mean, some days I'll be feeling country, and then, like, half the summer I've been feeling country and been playing that constantly in my car, and it's just like different vibes when I get in the car and just different scenarios where I play different music.
All right, so if you listen to country, who you listen to?
I like a little old school. I mean, not old school, but like, I like I don't know. Do you know who Chris Ledoux is?
No.
He's a very niche, like, old artist that my dad put me onto when he was a kid.
Yeah.
But besides, like, old school, I'd probably have to say, like, I kind of like the, like, Treaty Oak Revival, like that band. I like Ty Myers, like the kind of the newer guys.
Crew, man. Revival, yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
That's what, yeah. But other than that, I mean, I just kind of like the newer, like, up and coming artists and new bands, because I just feel like they're, like, more youth. So, like, they're not, like, talking about just, like, trucks and, like, you know, a whole bunch of, like, because most country songs kind of tend to do that, but now they're like, I mean, it's less of just like I'm going down a dirt road on a truck type vibe.
Dude, that's how I feel a lot of it more. I mean, I ain't judging, but yeah. All right, last lightning round question, dude. If you could sit at the table with one person, whether they're dead or alive, who's that person? And we'll move on.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
100%.
We need to drop that sound effect. We're like, You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Why Jesus?
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, the amount of questions I have to ask him, the amount of just, like, things just, like, that are on my mind, even if it's not even a question, just being in his presence. I feel like anyone would want to be in that scenario. Like, be at a table with Jesus, like, what? Like, being able to, like, ask him a whole bunch of questions, ask him about the disciples, which one was his favorite disciple type vibe, you know, like, something like that. Just, like, and just being able to be there, that'd be amazing.
No, that's beautiful, man. I love that response. It's so good, man. Jesus Christ. That's awesome. Yeah. So what's your come to Jesus story, man? Like, how'd you end up with a faith life? And because I've gotten to know you over the past year, and there's things I could say, but I want to let you share with the listener. How did that happen? Like, have you always been into?
Yeah, I've been Catholic my whole life. I grew up Catholic. I'm a cradle Catholic. So, I mean, I've known about the faith pretty much my whole life. Yeah. But, I mean, not up until recently, like a couple years ago, then I actually started practicing, like, 100%. Like, I was like, because when I was younger, I would just, like, honestly, I was kind of forced to, like, go to the youth classes and stuff like that because all my siblings did. So it was kind of like demanded for me to go and required. And I would go because I was like, I just want to go to my next step and get it over with. Right. And but recently, like, I mean, probably a couple years ago, because of, like, having stuff happen and like, going through different things in life. And I'm sure we'll have some questions about that later and we can get into detail with, but just things that just like, I guess, make a spark in my mind and like make my spark strong, my faith stronger because of that. And I just think, I've known it my whole life, but I've never been 100% strong in it until recently. I'm getting a lot stronger in my faith.
So what was that moment for you? Like, what was that moment in time that you went,
it was
from here on out, this is a me thing? Because a lot of people, it's like, and you hit on that yourself. You said sometimes it's like, it's mom and dad, right?
Yeah.
Like being forced, there's that key word. But when is it like an authentic and a response for you? Like what was that moment?
I think it was last November. I got it started a while ago. I won't really get into much detail about that, but it was in November, beginning November. I think it was the 7th. It was about the 7th of November. I've had issues recently. A year ago, May, I started the whole thing with going to doctors and stuff like that. Because the whole thing they thought originally was that I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. And from there, we went to doctors, no answers a lot. And we ended up going to one doctor. She helped me out, made me feel amazing. And then that summer, bad stuff happened. I fell back into like sickness and stuff like that until last November. I would stand up, get lightheaded. I was extremely like pale, like bad type of scenario. And there was one day we were at church for, I don't remember exactly why. It was like a mass during the week, and I like stood up. I was super lightheaded. I think it was after. It was like a meeting for something, and I was get super lightheaded. I stand up. I was just like, and by that time, my parents were like, they were talking about taking me to the hospital just to see what was going on. So I was like, I don't want to go, but sure if there's. So we went to Christus Santa Rosa in Stone Oak, and they took some blood tests and found that my hemoglobin was super low. So from there, I got transferred to the one downtown. They did another blood test. I was getting even lower, got a blood transfusion, and was in the hospital for 10 days. And it took a while to find an answer what was happening, but I ended up finding I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease.
Wow.
And through that, I was suffering really bad with stomach pain and everything like that. So I just think having that as a kind of a pillar in my like faith life, and it wasn't a good thing that happened because, I guess God really needed something to happen to me physically to spark that in my mind and know, like, to help my faith. Yeah. And that really did spark it because I was putting all of my trust in God and making sure that I was going to be okay. Because, there was times, like, there was one night before where I had to take, it's called Go Lightly. I can't drink lemon lime stuff anymore because it was flavored lemon lime. Mm-hmm. And I had to drink 2.5 gallons of it's called Go Lightly. It basically flushes you out before like procedures.
Right.
And that day I kept having to take it down, and I was just sitting on the edge of my hospital bed. My mom was rubbing my back and I was just crying. I was in so much pain. I couldn't do anything. Man. And I just remember just that night praying, I just said, God, please take this pain away. And I just said, I will become a great and faithful servant, better than I am now, if you take this pain away. And comes out November 17th on my birthday that I got out of the hospital feeling I was better. Don't get me wrong, 100% better, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. Yeah. So, but just having a little punch in the gut, I guess, to spark my faith up again.
So, did you during that time? Would you say you developed a personal prayer life, or did you just find yourself talking to God a little bit more? Like what?
I think I had prayer, yes, but it was more of just talking. I just wanted to just have a conversation with him.
Right.
Because at that time I was just struggling with a whole bunch of different things with the world, and not having besides my family, I didn't really have a lot of people that I would talk to about personal things. And so I just wanted someone I could talk to, which God's always there to talk to me and listen. On. And so it was more of just a conversation with him rather than a prayer at that time.
Yeah. And isn't that what it's supposed to be, though?
Yeah, 100%.
Often, dude, I do it till this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll do it to this day where, I'll say something that sounds almost like old English because we're used to, hearing something like that. And then I'll wait, hold on. God doesn't desire proper articulation when it comes to prayer.
Yeah.
especially in the midst of suffering, all he desires is the heart. And there's this saying, if I can remember it off the top of my head, I'm on the spot with the podcast going on, but it says, it's better to have a heart without words than words without a heart.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And like God desires that genuine, authentic outcry to the Lord. And so when it stops becoming this thing of like, well, if I'm going to speak to the Lord now, I must be proper in this sense. There's reverence, and we should never let go of that.
Yeah.
But in the midst of a moment like that, God just desires the simplicity and the fidelity of your heart, the rawness, the unedited segment.
He just wants you to be present.
He just wants you to be present and make that's
what's
available to
important
him. Yeah. And oftentimes, that's the beautiful thing about God is that even amidst a hardship like that or suffering in your case, you were at the Bible study in the last one, right, for Devo, and we talked about how Jesus was in the stern of the boat in the back. Yeah. And it was like, man, like, it's not that he abandoned ship. No, he actually even went into the storm with his disciples. Yeah. But he allowed them to be tested to see what their response would be and if they would have faith. Mm-hmm. It's not that he never abandoned, right? Is that sometimes he has to isolate us into those moments, not because he wants to punish us, but he wants us to understand that we cannot do anything because we are fragile without the goodness of God by our side. Yeah. And it seems like for you going into that storm, the more that you began to talk raw, unedited, that became more clear and clear. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, 100%.
I love that.
I mean, I would do the Hail Marys and stuff like that, but I mean, it was just because I was trying to be super proper and super like what I've repeat what I've already said before, all I've known my whole childhood. And I think my prayers got answered more when I just was present and raw and was just like whatever's on my mind, like talking, like I was talking to, like for instance, us, like I was just talking like this, like about my day or about like what I was struggling with and stuff like that. Right. Just me and God.
So
and it was
good.
just,
Come on, man. That puts a smile on my face because it's so true. Man, just anyone listening, man. Yeah. Just speak to the Lord. Just tell him what's on your heart. David did that best in the Psalms, right? The psalmist did it so well. If he was angry, he let God have it. Yeah. If he was going to rejoice, he let God have it. But even there's this, man, I gotta check it. I think it's Psalm 51. But there's this outcry of David where he actually tells the Lord to turn away. Almost like saying, God, just don't look. Not this time. Like I've done this wrong. I did this thing. Yeah. Just don't look. Whether that be suffering, whether that be a mistake that you made, whether that's a rough season of life that you're going through. But the Lord just wants to be there with you, like on that boat, on that ride. You know what I mean? And he didn't abandon ship. He's rocking it with you.
And I feel like there's a lot of people that struggle with that. It's just like you fall into temptation or you fall into different sins, and like then you're like, well, I just fell into a sin. I'm ashamed that I shouldn't. I don't want to have like. I feel like God's ashamed of me, stuff like that. And that's what I felt during my suffering and during some things that I'll fall into. And it's just from there, it's just like the worst thing you can do is turn your back on the Lord because of like, that's the only thing that's going to bring you the joy and because like of what you're going through. Right. And I just feel like you just have to know that like, that's the reason he died on the cross was for the forgiveness of sins. Just realize that you are a child of God, and because you're a child of God, you're forgiven. And in that sense that no matter what sin you do, you'll be forgiven. And that's what, I mean, that's what confession's for. That's what reconciliation's for. That's because you fall into sin, I mean, you could go but you just keep going back and back and back. Right. There's not like a max amount of times you could go to confession. That's right. It's just, you just need to go. And that's the thing of just going and having that sense of forgiveness.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, hey, I went to confession and didn't come out feeling a little lighter,
Yeah.
a little better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like there's grace that works even when we cannot see it. And that's a beautiful thing, man, is just to, cling to the sacrament, cling to confession. I mean, what word of encouragement would you say to a listener right now, be it someone here at the Shrine, be it a listener elsewhere, because who knows where this podcast ends up and whose ear, who is going through maybe some suffering right now, who might feel like their prayers have been unanswered. And not saying that you have had every prayer answered, but I like to think that there's always an answer to a prayer, and that's God saying yes, God is saying no, or he's saying not right now. I still need you to grow. I still need you to mature a little bit. And it's going to take this season of life, this chiseling per se, where I can form and mold you, because I need you to understand. Like what word of encouragement would you say to someone who's probably just feeling maybe isolated, abandoned, or like they need a prayer that's answered, given your background and that story? Short, sweet, simple. What do you got to say?
I just think the biggest thing is, for me especially, when I would pray, for me especially, I would try not to expect like as soon as I prayed that something would happen, because sometimes he'll answer your prayers through people and bring people in your life that you didn't know that was going to happen. So
good.
So, you just have to, I think, be open-minded and mindful of different environments that you're in, different situations.
That's right.
And know that, like, he's not just going to he might not give you a straight-up answer that you're going to hear.
That's right.
It could be someone coming in your life, or something happens that, like, you've been praying for, or something that you haven't been praying for, and it causes you to feel better in that certain situation.
Yeah, bro, you need your own podcast, man. Come on. You're just laying down the smack of the down. That's so beautiful, man. And, that speaks to who you are.
Yeah.
Can I just say that for a second? It speaks to who you are, because words like that don't come out of something that was, how would I say it, artificial. It's organic. You've been living in it. You've been walking with the Lord. He's bringing you through it, right?
Yeah.
And he's showing you how to get over those hurdles. And that, the way that you articulate, the way that you just speak of the Lord, you have a relationship with him. You can't make that stuff up. And man, if Jesus sat in front of you right now, because I'm most definitely not Jesus. Definitely not. Lord have mercy. What do you think he would be calling you to do right now in your life?
Ooh, dang, that's a on the point question. I think what he'd be calling me to do right now is to be patient with myself. I feel myself getting caught up so much in not just the world, but in just different aspects of my life where I'm rushing everything. And like, I heard this quote one time, and it said, you relax when you're on a bus and you don't know the driver. You relax on an airplane when you don't know the pilot. So why don't you relax in life when you know Jesus is in control?
That's right.
And after I heard that, I'm like, yeah, like, I don't need to be rushing everywhere. Like,
that's right.
I just need to calm down, take a deep breath, and just go on. Some things aren't going to go my way, and I know that. And so I just think that being patient with myself and being very open-minded to different situations, and opening my heart and my mind to different relationships that I have and different aspects of life. So yeah.
Be before you do is a big thing. And not sure if I mentioned it before, but it's important to be in the presence of God before you do anything. Our culture works vice versa. Do until you can't no more. And then once you can't no more, guess what? You're replaceable.
Yeah.
To God, we're irreplaceable. There is no other Tucker Beadleston. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to take care of Tucker, your temple, as the scripture says, right? It's holy, it's good, and it's designed for God and God alone. And so be before you do. And I think that's a practical thing to exercise patience in your life. If I can just sit still, I'll start for 2 minutes in my morning. 2 minutes is nothing. And instead of, doing anything else that's aside from God, I'm just going to thank him. I'm just going to thank you, Jesus, for this. You know what I mean? And just be in his presence. Whether you're going to open up a word or read maybe the Bible verse of the day, to be still. Yeah. And that'll allow you to, I think, little steps like that to rewire the brain. Because, often we're like, hey, we got to go. We're on a timestamp, right? People have alarms. They have to be there at a certain point. And so your body's constantly like in fight or flight. And so being patient with ourselves is not realistic.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like we're not wired to be patient with anything else as it is.
Yeah.
Everything is so fast paced around us. Even what we scroll on our screens,
100%.
right? It's designed to be faster and quicker. Now it used to be videos, now it's shorts. And so you got to give yourself a little grace there. And how do you do that? Is to rewire the brain and form habits that are healthy, that build on patience, and that just comes over time, man.
Yeah.
That's just being consistent.
The biggest thing, just being present in the moment that you're in.
Yeah, man.
Instead of trying to rush everything.
Dude, before we go, there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about, and if it's not okay to talk about, just let me know. But is it true that you might be feeling a call to the priesthood?
So there has been some times. I mean, I've been praying about it a lot, but it's different. I don't really know where I'm being called yet, and I'm gonna go into different situations at different places and where God's calling me, because truthfully, man, I don't know if I want to be a father and husband, deacon, or a priest. Yeah. And until then, I don't know. And there's on Hallow, my mom listens to a whole bunch of people on Hallow, and there was a priest where he didn't become a priest till when he was almost 50 or 60, because he had a wife and his wife died. And from there, he joined the priesthood.
That's right.
So it's like, it's not like I have to, that's the same where when I come with patience, is I have to be patient in a certain situation. And even if I don't become a priest, I could still become a deacon or become what you're doing in youth directing, and like still being able to spread and be able to be involved in my church more than just going to church on Sundays.
100%.
And there's different things I can do. But yes, I mean, that would be the coolest job in the world. I mean, you get to turn the bread into body and wine into blood. So it's like that's insane to me. Yeah. But at the same time, I still do want a family. I still want a wife and kids, and I still want to be able to like have that type of situation. But there's always the thought in my mind was like, how cool would it be to just be like a priest and be married to the church? Yeah. So, but yeah.
Monsignor Ragsdale told me this story, and he said every Wednesday he goes out to the hospital. Right, and he'll do a bunch of anointings of the sick and take people to the Eucharist. And he got back, and we're like, "How did it go, man? Like, you know, how did things go, Monsignor?" And he was like, "Man, there was this one gentleman who I walked into the room." And think about it. When you're in a hospital, right, you've been there. They'll bring you pudding. They'll bring you water. They'll bring you medicine. They'll bring you all of these things. They're constantly checking up on you, your vitals. And so then you speak to this person. Then you speak to that person. Then you get to this person. And when Monsignor Ragsdale walks into the room, right, when the priest walks into the room, the man looks at Monsignor and he says, "Finally, you brought me Jesus." Oh, man.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm at peace. Finally,
100%.
Everything that I long for makes sense. Finally, the King of Kings walks into the room. Finally, be still, my soul.
Yeah.
And we need priests. We need good priests. And we need to pray for our priests too, man. So anyway, this isn't to corner you into being a priest. That's between you and the Lord. Yeah. But man, for anyone who's even thinking about the priesthood, and I love the fact that you're so open to it, but even that story, right? It's like, wow, God could use me in that manner to minister to someone's heart in such a way that their response at the sight of an ordained man. Yeah. Finally, you bring me Jesus. Oh, come on, man. Yeah. Come on. But that's what life is all about.
100%.
It's about bringing people Jesus. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'll say this, when it comes to young people and vocations, it's not too early to begin asking the Lord, what is it that you want me to do with my life? Because this is the reality. We are not predestined humans. So it's not like you are destined to be a priest. It's not like you are destined to be married. It's not like you are destined, you know what I'm saying, to be a missionary. Like God will bless any of that should you give him honor and glory and praise. Yeah. And he'll trust you with it, because that's the beauty of the free will, right? We talked a little bit about this on the last episode, but just to reiterate it, like, we are not predestined creatures. Yeah. We are given the ability to choose what we want to do. And so therefore, whatever it is, that's between you and the Lord, and say, Lord, where am I best going to serve you? Where am I best going to give you honor? Where am I best going to be fulfilled? And if it's not of you, I don't want it. I don't want it. You know, St. Thomas Aquinas has this really cool thing where he wrote over like 1 million words. It's like up there, right? Yeah. Like in his lifespan. we got the Summa Theologica. And it's like this brutal book, beautiful. Brutal, not in a bad way, but like I remember I opened it for the first time and I flipped it open and then I closed it right back up because I have no idea what Thomas is saying. Like Thomas was on another level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you didn't even have that much resources back then the way we have now, but like the Lord was blessing his writing. And he had this vision. He had two visions, but one of the vision that St. Thomas Aquinas has is where the Lord says, Thomas, you have served me well. You've written really well about me. Ask me anything and I'll give it to you. And what do you think Thomas asks? He says this. Instead of going more words to write another book, he goes, more of you, Lord. That's it. And he never wrote another book again. More of you, Lord. And that's a beautiful thing, man.
That is.
And continue to ask the Lord for more of him.
Yeah.
He's not going to fail you. He is faithful. He is good. And he deserves our every bit of breath. And so, Tucker, you are such a gift to this community. You are such a gift to the church. And I know that you're a gift to those around you, brother. You have a testimony. Your story's still not finished. It is being written. You've gone through the rubble. And, man, I cannot wait to see what's on the other side of this for you, man. One thing is certain, God's already there, Tucker.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So don't freak out. Be patient with yourself. Mm-hmm. You may not see it, but God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He's writing your story, but he has seen it, and he is there on the other side. So be assured and find peace in that. Maybe I don't necessarily know where I'm going to go, but God is already there, and he's waiting for me.
Yeah.
The way that he's calling me to be with him now and waiting for me then. It's a day-by-day decision. So, dude, God bless you. Thank you so much for being on the episode, brother.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
100%, man. Well, if you are not subscribed, man, please go and hit the subscribe button for on our YouTube channel. These videos are going to be on there as well. So please subscribe. If this episode blessed you in some sort of capacity, man, and you feel like there was a word, maybe some of Tucker's testimony, and you want to bless somebody else, man, share this with your friends, with your family, and let's get the Youth Culture podcast out. Let's let people know that God isn't always just working in different areas and geographies, but he is alive and he is working and moving in the city of San Antonio, the Archdiocese. And so, yes. So please hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Spotify and Apple. So that's where we're going to be at, Spotify and Apple for podcasts. And then, of course, subscribe on YouTube. And then please share this. So we will see you next time on the Youth Culture Podcast. Tuck, send us out, man.
All right. See you later. Thank y'all.